Welcome back, food lovers. Your DIY genie is here, ready to make some culinary magic happen. Today, we're diving into a recipe so delicious it feels like it's straight out of a dream, or maybe a genie's lamp. Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and impress your friends because we're about to cook up a storm. Are you ready to unleash your inner culinary genie? Let's do this! Have you ever wished for a meal that's both incredibly delicious and surprisingly easy to make? Well, consider your wish granted. This steak pasta recipe is about to become your new go-to. We're going to break down every step, from selecting the perfect cut of meat to creating a sauce so good you'll want to lick the plate clean. No judgment here. Get ready to wow them with your newfound culinary prowess. They'll think you ordered takeout from a five-star restaurant. Trust us, once you've mastered this recipe, you'll be the culinary hero of your household. So, are you ready to embark on this magical culinary adventure? We're about to unlock the secrets to creating a steak pasta dish that's bursting with flavor, texture, and pure satisfaction. This recipe is all about embracing your creativity and having fun in the kitchen. Don't be afraid to experiment, adjust seasonings to your liking, and make this dish your own. So, let's gather our ingredients, put on our chef hats, and get ready to create a culinary masterpiece together. First up, let's talk steak. We want a cut that's both flavorful and tender, and for this recipe, we're going with sirloin. Look for a steak that's about an inch thick. Any thinner, and it'll cook too quickly. We're going to create our own magic with a simple but effective blend of salt, pepper, and a touch of garlic powder. This is where the magic begins. Next up, let's talk about the pasta. We're going with fettuccine for this recipe because its wide, flat noodles are perfect for clinging onto our rich, flavorful sauce. Fresh pasta is where it's at. It has a completely different texture and flavor, and it really elevates this dish to the next level. And here's a little secret: always, always, always save a cup of that precious pasta water. It's liquid gold, my friends. Trust me, this is a game changer. Now let's talk about the real MVP of this dish, the sauce. We're talking about a symphony of flavors, a buttery, garlicky dream. We start with a generous knob of butter and then add in some finely chopped garlic. We're adding in a touch of that reserved pasta water, which is going to create a beautiful emulsion. Just trust me on this one, this sauce is the stuff of legends. Alright, let's talk steak. Get your pan screaming hot. You should see wisps of smoke. Add a glug of olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom. Now gently lay that seasoned steak in the pan. Listen for that sizzle. It's music to a chef's ears. Flip that bad boy over and repeat on the other side. We're aiming for a gorgeous crust, so don't be afraid of a little char. Tilt the pan and use a spoon to baste the steak with the hot oil and rendered fat. Now, I know you're tempted to dive right in, but patience, my friend. Resting the steak is crucial. Transfer the steak to a cutting board and let it rest for at least 5 minutes. While the steak is resting, let's get our other elements ready. Wipe down any splatters on your stovetop, give your pan a quick rinse. We'll use it again for the sauce. Remember, cooking should be enjoyable, so relax and let those flavors meld. Alright, the moment of truth. After its well-deserved rest, the steak is ready to be sliced. Using a sharp knife, cut the steak against the grain. The thickness of your slices is a matter of preference, but I like mine about ½ an inch thick. Now, arrange those beautiful slices on a plate and get ready to assemble our masterpiece. Now let's turn our attention to the pasta, the perfect canvas for our steak and sauce symphony. Grab a large pot. We need plenty of space for those noodles to dance around and cook evenly. Fill it with water about 2/3 full and bring it to a rolling boil. Add a generous pinch of salt. We want to season the pasta from the inside out. As the water bubbles enthusiastically, gently add the fettuccine. We're aiming for al dente, that magical texture that's tender yet firm to the bite. Remember that cup of pasta water we set aside earlier? It's time to work its magic. The starch released from the pasta during cooking acts as a natural emulsifier, helping to bind the sauce together and create a silky smooth texture. Plus, it adds a subtle flavor boost that you just can't replicate with plain water. Trust me, once you experience the magic of pasta water in your sauces, you'll never go back. Once the pasta has reached that perfect al dente texture, it's time to drain it completely. Have a colander ready in the sink and carefully pour the pasta and water into it. Give the colander a gentle shake to remove any excess water. Once the pasta is fully drained, transfer it back to the large pot we used for cooking. Now for the heart and soul of this dish, the magical garlic butter sauce. Remember that pan we used to sear the steak? Good news, no need to wash it. Add in a generous knob of butter, letting it melt and sizzle in the pan. Swirl the pan gently to distribute the butter and ensure those flavorful bits are evenly incorporated. Now it's time to introduce our aromatic hero garlic. Finely chop those garlic cloves, releasing their pungent aroma. Add the garlic to the melted butter, letting it sizzle gently for about 30 seconds, just until fragrant. Watch closely as the garlic softens and releases its intoxicating aroma, infusing the butter with its savory essence. Stir the garlic frequently to prevent it from burning, ensuring it cooks evenly and releases its full flavor potential. Remember that cup of starchy pasta water we carefully set aside? It's time to work its magic. The starch from the pasta water will emulsify with the butter, creating a luxuriously smooth and velvety texture that coats the pasta beautifully. Bring the sauce to a gentle simmer, allowing it to thicken slightly as the starch from the pasta water works its magic. Now it's time to fine-tune the flavors and create a symphony of taste. This is where the magic truly happens in your kitchen. Season the sauce generously with salt and freshly ground black pepper, adjusting the amounts to your liking. Remember, tasting is key. Don't be afraid to add a little more if needed. Dip a spoon into the sauce and give it a try, adjusting the seasonings until you achieve that perfect balance of salty, savory, and utterly irresistible. This step is crucial to ensure every bite is packed with flavor. Here's where you can let your creativity shine. Experiment with different spices and herbs to make the sauce uniquely yours. Add a pinch of red pepper flakes for a touch of heat, giving the sauce a subtle kick that will tantalize your taste buds. A sprinkle of dried oregano for an earthy depth, adding a layer of complexity to the flavor profile. Or a squeeze of lemon juice for a bright and citrusy finish. The possibilities are endless. Each addition brings a new dimension to the sauce. Finally, just before adding the pasta, stir in a handful of chopped fresh parsley for a burst of freshness and vibrant color. This not only enhances the flavor but also adds a beautiful green hue to the dish. This final touch adds a delightful aroma and visual appeal to the dish, making it as pleasing to the eye as it is to the palate. The fresh parsley will elevate the overall presentation. Get ready to toss your pasta in this magical sauce and experience culinary bliss. The combination of flavors will create a memorable dining experience. Now comes the moment we've all been waiting for, the grand unification of steak, pasta, and sauce. Remember that pot of perfectly cooked fettuccine we set aside? It's time to bring it back into the spotlight. Place the pot over low heat, just to keep the pasta warm. Now here's where things get messy in the best way possible. Add those beautiful slices of rested steak to the pot with the pasta. Don't be shy. We want those flavors to mingle and get to know each other intimately. Using tongs or a large spoon, gently toss the steak and pasta together, ensuring the steak is evenly distributed throughout. The heat from the pasta will continue to gently cook the steak, ensuring it's warm through without overcooking. Now for the piece de resistance, the sauce. This is where all the magic happens, transforming a simple dish into a gourmet experience. Carefully pour that glorious garlic butter sauce over the steak and pasta. Watch as it cascades over the ingredients, enveloping them in a rich, golden embrace. The aroma that will hit your nostrils at this point is pure culinary ecstasy, a symphony of garlic, butter, and herbs that will have your mouth watering uncontrollably. It's like a fragrant invitation to indulge in something truly special. Using those trusty tongs or a large spoon, gently toss the pasta, steak, and sauce together, ensuring every strand of fettuccine is lovingly coated in that luxurious sauce. This step is crucial to achieving that perfect balance of flavors. We're not looking for a pool of sauce at the bottom of the pot. We want every element to be perfectly coated, creating a harmonious blend of flavors and textures. Each bite should deliver a consistent and delightful taste experience. As you toss, watch as the sauce clings beautifully to the pasta, thanks to that magic pasta water we added earlier. This ensures that the sauce adheres perfectly, giving each strand a glossy, flavorful finish. The steam rising from the pot carries with it the intoxicating aroma of our culinary masterpiece, teasing your taste buds and building anticipation for the feast to come. It's a sensory experience that promises a memorable meal, one that will linger in your mind long after the last bite. We're almost there, folks. Now that our steak, pasta, and sauce have become best friends forever, it's time to showcase our culinary masterpiece to the world, or at least to our hungry selves. Grab your favorite serving plates. We want something that can handle the sheer deliciousness of this dish. Using tongs, carefully twirl a generous portion of pasta onto each plate, creating a beautiful nest of flavor. Don't be afraid to get a little messy. A little sauce splatter here and there just adds to the charm. Now arrange those succulent slices of steak on top of the pasta, like a crown jewel atop a throne of carbs and flavor. Sprinkle a generous pinch of freshly chopped parsley over each serving for a pop of color and freshness. For an extra touch of decadence, drizzle a spoonful of that leftover sauce over the top. And there you have it, a restaurant-quality steak pasta dish made with love, and a little bit of magic, in your very own kitchen. Feast your eyes on that culinary masterpiece. The vibrant green of the parsley, the rich brown of the steak, the glistening sauce clinging to every strand of pasta. Take a moment to inhale the intoxicating aroma, a symphony of garlic, butter, herbs, and perfectly cooked steak. Now, dig in and savor every bite. The tender, juicy steak, the perfectly cooked al dente pasta, the rich and flavorful sauce. It's a culinary symphony that will have your taste buds singing with delight. Congratulations, my friend. You've just created magic in the kitchen. This is a dish to be proud of, a testament to your culinary prowess. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And remember, the best meals are always those shared with loved ones, so grab a fork and dig in. There you have it, wishmakers. You've just conjured a culinary masterpiece that's sure to impress anyone who takes a bite. This DIY Genie-approved steak pasta is more than just a meal. It's an experience that tantalizes all your senses. From the sizzle of the steak hitting the pan, a sound that promises deliciousness, to the intoxicating aroma of garlic and herbs filling your kitchen, making your mouth water in anticipation, every step has been a celebration of flavor and culinary creativity. Remember that first bite, the moment you taste your hard work, the way the perfectly cooked steak melts in your mouth, releasing its rich, savory juices, the satisfying chew of al dente pasta cooked to perfection, the rich, buttery sauce coating everything in a symphony of flavor, each bite better than the last. That, my friends, is the magic we've created together. It's a testament to what can be achieved with passion and a little bit of culinary know-how. It's the feeling of accomplishment that comes with transforming simple ingredients into something truly extraordinary, something that tells a story with every bite. But the real magic, the kind that lasts longer than an empty plate, is the joy of sharing this culinary creation with the people you love, creating moments that will be cherished. Imagine the smiles on their faces, the compliments flowing freely, the laughter and joy that fills the room, the sense of satisfaction knowing you've created something truly special, something that brings people together. That's the power of food, the ability to bring people together and create lasting memories that go beyond the meal itself. It's about the connections we make, the stories we share, and the love we put into every dish. So here's to many more culinary adventures and the joy of bringing people together through the magic of food. So go ahead, gather your loved ones, dim the lights, light some candles, and transform your dining room into your own enchanted culinary haven. Let this DIY Genie-inspired steak pasta be the centerpiece of your next gathering, a testament to your newfound culinary prowess, and a reminder that the most magical meals are those made with love. And remember, this is just the beginning of your culinary adventure. The DIY Genie has a whole lamp full of delicious wishes waiting to be granted. So keep experimenting in the kitchen, keep exploring new flavors, and most importantly, keep sharing the magic of food with the people you love. Don't forget to subscribe to the DIY Genie channel for more culinary enchantments and ring that notification bell so you never miss a magical recipe. Until next time, happy cooking, and may your kitchens always be filled with the delicious aroma of culinary creativity.